We continue to stay with the legal proceedings in the top court as the CJI has come down heavily on the Mamata government and even the Bengal police. To take you through some of the key observations made by the CJI until now, where he's not just questioned the Bengal government, he's also gone on to say, and I quote, "We are very concerned. Let not the power of the state of West Bengal be unleashed on peaceful protesters, whether they are doctors or lawyers." He's also gone on to add, "We are unable to comprehend how the state was not able to handle the issue of vandalism at the hospital." In fact, a big development that is a part of these proceedings where the centre has asked for a change in the police DGP and also asked that the tainted DGP must be removed. The Supreme Court has also sought a status report of the CBI investigation so far and a national task force, most importantly, that is to be set up to ensure the safety of doctors. Cutting across to Rhythm, who joins us live on the broadcast as we stay with the proceedings that are underway in the top court. Rhythm, this particular observation that speaks of what every Indian feels right now, where the CJI goes on to say that the nation cannot wait for another rape or murder to bring real changes on the ground, sets the course of all that has been happening in the last 10 days.
Absolutely. Let's tell our viewers, and I would request our director to continue going back to the Supreme Court proceedings as soon as we get the volume correct again. We're seeing Kapil Sibal appear for the West Bengal government, on the other side appearing for the CBI. Right there we can see Solicitor General of India, Maninder Singh, in a packed courtroom hearing the Supreme Court. The CJI seems to be discussing something with his other brother judges right now. The quick takeaways from this hearing, and I would request our directors to go back to the Supreme Court if we can hear what is happening in the court. But big takeaways from the Supreme Court hearing at a time when we're clearly seeing the Bengal government is on the back foot, viewers. The Supreme Court has questioned the Bengal government. They came to the Supreme Court. What was very clear is they are very aware of all the facts. They were very clear about what's been happening, what's there in the social media, what's being reported by the Bengal government, how the family was not given the body of the deceased, and how the names had been leaked out. They are aware of each and everything that's been happening. So the Supreme Court comes aware, they've read up, they know what's happening, and that's the reason, the first takeaway from this hearing, the Supreme Court saw that the Bengal government is caught on a back foot. There are several answers the Mamata Banerjee government will have to give out. They can no longer say we've done enough, which they're trying to say. The Supreme Court 3 to 4 times questioned them on the vandalism that took place and how it was allowed. The Solicitor General appearing for the CBI also said the main DGP needs to be changed because it is clear there was a complete failure of law and order machinery. The Supreme Court also questioned the Bengal government failure to handle the mob. The words of the CJI were, "We're unable to comprehend how the state was not able to handle the issue of vandalism." This is the top court of the country. Action is being taken now at the level of the Supreme Court that has suo motu taken cognizance. Suo motu, viewers, means anguished by everything that's been happening in India, outraged by what's been happening. The top court took it upon itself to understand and find out how justice can be done in this matter, not only for the deceased, her family, her parents, but also all the doctors. And there needs to be a task force to understand how measures can be taken for safety of women doctors and women in the workplace. The Supreme Court has also said the CBI status report will be reviewed by them on Thursday. What's very relevant is the Bengal government will now have to answer in the Supreme Court and give out great details about how the vandalism took place. They will also have to submit a report. A national task force across India is going to be set up. They will be consulted on how measures can be taken that such an issue is not repeated. The words used by the Supreme Court, this is a time of national catharsis. We all have come together, but now the Mamata Banerjee government needs to see the writing on the wall. No longer can their politicians on Twitter, and especially this Twitter campaign that they've started, trying to refute all the facts, be handled by them in this very blasé manner. The Supreme Court also said, we are very concerned. A clear warning being given to the Bengal government. Let not the power of the state be unleashed on peaceful protesters, whether they are doctors or lawyers. I think the main takeaway from this government is on this hearing is how the Bengal government has been questioned and asked questions and warned by the Supreme Court that no action should be taken on peaceful protesters. This clearly means there should be no notices and no sudden police notices, questions to the peaceful protesters, whether they are lawyers, whether they are doctors and others. The Supreme Court demands that they have to be given a status report. The central government has asked for a change in the police DGP. What's going to happen on that is to be seen. I'm not going into great details of what the Supreme Court order is saying, viewers, but they're largely saying we need to ensure safety in the hospital. There needs to be infrastructural development. There needs to be employment of social workers. There needs to be prevention of sexual violence. These are words that the Supreme Court wants action to be taken. They want the Workplace Act to be there, which should be applying to hospitals and nursing homes. So in a nutshell, the Supreme Court is also wanting the Workplace Act to be applied specifically to doctors to ensure their safety. But the larger picture, on Thursday, we have to see proper answers from the Bengal government, from the Mamata Banerjee government as to what's been happening in the case and why no proper action has been taken. There's no audio that can come through the streaming that's happening, viewers. So I'm going to continuously talk about what's happened in the courtroom as we are speaking. We saw an extremely angry, a completely Supreme Court asking question. I would not say anger, a very concerned, a very anguished Supreme Court asking questions from the Bengal government, and the senior advocate appearing for the Bengal government flustered, stammered, spoke, but there were no clear answers. I don't think the Bengal government has, as of now, prepared and been and has understood the eventuality of Supreme Court's very clear hearing today. One cannot go forward when there's national outrage and come to the Supreme Court in this blasé manner and try to defend themselves by having their social media politicians give out certain statements. But I'm not going to only go on that. I also want to tell you the audio is back, so I want Ajinkya to just cut back to the Supreme Court proceedings. Okay, we'll go back to it once the audio is there. As of now, what we are seeing is the audio is not back. So let me quickly tell you what the Supreme Court has said, as it is clearly today stated that action needs to be taken, a task force needs to be there. The Supreme Court has also said the nation cannot wait for another rape for things to change on the ground. More and more women join the workforce. The nation cannot wait for things to change in this manner. The dignity of the individual has been attacked. They've also slammed the West Bengal government for the manhandling of the brutal rape and the murder, and they've clearly asked questions to them also as to how this occurred and why the vandalism had not been stopped. The Supreme Court has also pulled up the Kolkata state machinery for the manner in which the brutal rape and murder of the women was handled. This is a bench that we can see on our screens comprising of the Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud, sitting right in the middle in the Supreme Court's main courtroom number 1. He's flanked by his brother judges, Justice Pardiwala and Justice Manoj Mishra on his left and right. And he's pointing out the manner in which the case has been handled. It's not only against the Constitution, they've said, but it's also against the dignity of the individual. The Chief Justice said, we are very concerned. Let not the powers of the West Bengal government be unleashed on peaceful protesters in Bengal,
Yes,
whether
yes,
it's
we have.